We do have a live chat box. I invite you to ask any questions that you might have. I'm going to type hello in there. Feel free to do that. As I've just begun recording this demonstration, if you are a person that is watching this recording at some you can always contact support@credoreference.com for any questions that you're unable to chat live because you're not live. For any questions at all moving forward, support@credoreference.com, and we'll get right back to you. All right, so what we're going to be doing today is talking about the admin module. There's one disclaimer I have to. Public library in the state of South Carolina, and you see the Discus logo in the top left-hand side of your screen. There's a slightly different set of rules in terms of accessing admin. I'll explain that to you in a bit. Most of you, I'm assuming, will have your own logo in the top left-hand side of the screen. And basically, if you see the Discus logo in the top left-hand side of the screen, that means you are sharing an account with many other libraries, and therefore you probably don't have an individual admin account. We do have a generic admin account that I can give you that will allow you to download Marc Records and export your title list. You just won't be able to run usage stats. So that little message is only for those of you that will log into your Credo account and see the Discus logo like I have. Anybody that has your own logo in the top left-hand side of the screen when you log into Credo will have your full admin suite available to you. So you find the admin by going to Credo and just clicking on this admin, librarian admin button on the bottom of the screen. You find it at admin.credoreference.com. And then you can log in. If you do not know your admin passwords, write to support@credoreference.com and we will send you your admin username and password. I'll be sending all of you a follow-up email with more instructions laid out so you don't have to kind of remember what I told you in today's demonstration. I'll make sure I send you everything that you need at that point. So I'm going to go ahead and log in. Actually, I've already logged in to the Discus account. So when you log into your own account, and for example, let me log into a different one so you can actually see that they'll all be different depending on what account. So this is your logo here. That's my demo account. Maybe if you're calling in from like Columbia College, you'll see the Columbia College logo here. If you're calling in from USC Upstate, you're going to see the Upstate logo here. So it'll be dependent upon where you're calling in from or logging in from. This customizing Credo Reference tab is really the domain of our support team. This admin site really wasn't meant for the end user. It's not very user friendly, this customizing Credo Reference tab. So if you have any questions, if you want anything customized, have our support team do it for you because it's just so fast. We'll get it done for you same day. Last thing we want is for you to get frustrated or to get lost trying to do a customization change to your platform. So we're not going to be focusing on this tab today at all. We're going to be looking at the usage statistics tab, the Marc Records tab, and the collection management tab. So I'll start with collection management. As you all know, hopefully, Credo Reference is a suite of ebooks. And this is a place where you'll be able to export your entire title list to Excel for reading purposes or for just collection management information. If you were to export this list to Excel, you're going to get much more information than you see on the screen. Right here is a little button. So I'm going to go ahead and export this list to Excel. And we'll open up this sheet to show you exactly how much information you get. So open this up. Yes. So this is what you'll get if you export your title list from Credo. So it's the name of every book that is in your collection, the name of year of publication, date of release to the Credo platform, subject category that it covers, ISBN options, OCLC number, and then the URL, the direct URL if you'd like to link directly to any individual. So that's an Excel download found on the Collection Management tab, simply click Excel to get a full view of your entire Credo title list. Moving over, we have a Marc Records tab. So I'm going to go ahead and click this. You have two subtabs. The first is a download subtab. The second is a purge subtab. We'll touch on both. We'll start with download. If you've never downloaded your Marc Records before, you're going to come to this page and you're going to see every single title that is part of your collection, whatever is live in your account. So that's, for the most part, going to be at least the academic core collection. But if you have additional content that you purchased or subscribed to via Credo, you'll see those titles listed here. If you'd like to see an example Marc record, simply click one of these boxes and you'll see an example for that specific title. So this is the Edinburgh Companion to Animal Studies that I've selected. In the 856 field, you're going to see your URL, complete with any proxy that your institution might have. So there's your example. You'll also see a sort by recently updated column. So what this means is Credo does update content every month. Now, not every single title is going to be updated every single month, but when we do update a title, we're going to replace the Marc record. So here you're going to see the Macquarie Dictionary was just updated on September 5th, 2018. So if you have already downloaded the Macquarie Dictionary previously, 2 years ago or whatever, that Marc record probably exists in your catalog somewhere. And this is the new record. The new record will, or the old record, I should say, will redirect to the proper book in your Credo collection. So don't worry if you only download your Marc records once a year or something like that. You will not deal with any dead links as far as these new Marc records go. I'm going to talk about how simple it is to replace old Marc records in just one moment, but that's what recently updated means. Control number for OCLC. If you want to do any batch uploading of Marc records into your OCLC, you can do that with these numbers. And then record date will tell you what titles we've added to your collection most recently. So you can see on September 5th, we added quite a few, maybe 3 or 4 new titles to Credo that have never been part of Credo before. And so you might want to come in here and download those new records. You download records by either choosing the new records that you'd like to download and simply clicking download. That will download the file to your desktop. You then take that downloaded file and edit it in any way you want and then upload it into your own Oclc. If you're coming here for the very first time, you can use the check all button. It's right here, which will check every single title. Then you can download that list of titles and then upload that into your Oclc. Now let's say you only download records once a year, or you download them every 4 months or something like that, and you can't remember what you've downloaded or haven't downloaded. We have a little link right here that will show you the titles that you've never downloaded before. And that will most likely be the titles that we've added over the last couple of months or updated. So if I click this list, this is a much shorter list of titles, I think. I don't really test it. Sometimes it'll be like 5 or 10 titles, depending on when the last time you updated content. So if you're on this page, you can simply come to check all and download all the titles and then upload them into your own Oclc. So that's the download page. But as I mentioned, we'll both add content and we'll update content, and every once in a while, due to publisher relationships or contracts, we'll need to remove content. So what happens if you haven't updated your Marc records in a while, you don't know what Marc records are new, what haven't been updated, if we've removed any titles, anything like that. So we have a purge list right here. All you'll need to do is download this list of titles. This is a list of books, or basically this is a list of old Marc records. What the purge file will do is if you download it by clicking check all and then download, once you upload this purge list into your Oclc, it'll kind of hunt down these Marc records and clear them out. So hopefully you won't have to go in title by title and kind of keep track from month to month what titles we've updated or removed. You can just use this file and clean it out. Now, if you are an institution that sees the Discus logo in the top of your screen, as I mentioned, that does not mean, or that means that you won't have your own admin account. But we do have what I call a generic admin account, which I can give you the username and password to, that will allow you to download Marc Records for your library, for your collection. I'm going to be putting in my follow-up email a specific call out. If you are interested in receiving that generic username and passwords that you can download Marc Records, all you need to do is respond to me with your information, and I will set you up and give you step-by-step instructions on how to log in. So those are the Marc Records. They're free. Any questions about that at all, just let me know. And the last thing we're going to take a look at today are our usage statistics. So when I click on usage statistics, we have a counter reports option, a custom reports option, and then a Credo Reference reports option. I never use the Credo Reference reports option. That is our original reporting structure from like 10 years ago. This is month by month only, and you can kind of look at, top entries, view top, activity. But the downfall with this is that it is 1 month at a time. So if you wanted to run a full year of reports here, you would have to, run 12 reports separately. But the good news is we've taken all this information and we've kind of fused them into these other tabs. So you don't ever really need to access Credo Reference reports. So all of our reports are counter compliant, and you can come here and see all the different usage reports that we provide. Platform 1, total searches by month and platform. That's the name of the report. It's really searches by month because the platform is Credo Reference, so we don't have a separate platform. Book report 2 will talk about successful section requests by month and title. And what that means is full text entries viewed by month and title. Book report 3, access denied. Now, if you are a customer that has only subscribed to our core content, you'll never need to run a book report 3 or a counter V5 book access denied report. Book access denied, you'll never be denied access of a core title. And I believe that most of the people on these calls have our core collections. Aside from our core collections, Credo offers upwards of 5,000 additional titles that you can purchase individually or subscribe to. Some of those titles, a handful of them, have use restrictions, meaning only 1 or 2 students can use it at a time. And then that's what the access denied reports are for. It's for those customers that have purchased those single-use titles and will tell you if the title is getting more use than they can handle, basically. If you are a customer that has one of these single-use titles, you most likely know about it because you would have specifically chosen it. So it's almost none of you on the call today will be affected by our denied content book reports. Book report 6 talks about total searches and sessions, and then we have master reports down the list here. Choose your date range. That's a step up from the Credo Reference reports, which is 1 month at a time. Here you can do upwards of a year at a time, I believe. These will all be downloaded to Excel. This is I should say, it could take several minutes to run, so we'll kind of minimize that for now and come back to it. What I always use, and a lot of customers do need counter reports, but if you're ever looking for some quick stats, custom reports is the way to do it. It's all the same stats. I mean, the statistics are the statistics. They don't change from report to report, just the functionality and the ease of use. So I always come to custom reports, and I always suggest that whoever I'm speaking to come as well, unless you specifically require the counter format. Here you can choose your date range by year, month, and day, and choose whichever type of report you'd like to run. So if you want to know what titles are used most frequently, what your top search terms are, or how many entries viewed per month, which is of course extremely important. You have all of your options here. I'll choose a title row. I can see an Excel result, or I can see HTML, which will be right on the screen. And I can see remote versus on-site, which is basically proxy IP versus everything else. It'll have a little column for. So if I run a search there, I get this little overlay. I've chosen HTML. And you can see on my own demo account, I tend to use the same books over and over again, but you can see these are the different titles that I've used in that month and date range that I've selected. So again, for any end user that has the Discus logo in the top left-hand side of their Credo page, you won't have access to the Discus stats. That's held by the state library, so you can kind of ignore that for now. So those are the 3 tabs that I wanted to point out specifically: collection management, Marc Records, and usage statistics. And one other thing I want to show you is that we have step-by-step short videos showing you everything I just showed you. So if I come to the Credo toolbox, you go to toolbox.credoreference.com. There's no www. It's simply toolbox.credoreference.com. Click on the Credo Reference Service button, the left red button, and then click on Video Training Materials. Here are short videos about how to use specific tools on the Credo platform, but you'll note we also have admin help here. A 3-minute video, how do I download Marc Records? That basically brings you right through what I just showed you in terms of downloading and purge records. Learn how to run your usage stats. 3 minutes long, shows you step by step what I just showed you about the different usage reports you can run. And then learn how to export your title list step by step. How do I export the different titles on my in my collection for weeding purposes or other collection management needs? So again, you go to toolbox.credoreference.com, click the red button, click Video Training Materials, and scroll down to the Admin Help area. I'll put a link to this in my follow-up email to all of you so you can find these tools very easily whenever you need them. If you are, again, watching this video at some point in the future, please write to support@credoreference.com if you would like to receive the same follow-up email that all of our live viewers will be receiving. Just let us know. We're happy to send that to you. So I have reached the end of what I wanted to show you at a tight 20 minutes. So we have a few minutes for any questions. If you have any questions, please submit them in the chat box at this time. If you don't have questions, thank you so much for joining me for this brief presentation of the Credo admin. If you have any, just check your inbox in the coming hours, and if you have any follow-up questions, feel free to respond to me individually, and I will get back to you. Any questions? Thank you, Jan, I appreciate it. Oh, and hello, Nancy, nice to see you. Just keeping an eye on the chat box here. Thank you, Janet. Nice to see you as well. Seeing a lot of familiar names, many years as customers. All right, folks. Well, if you don't have any questions, I want to thank you all for coming. You're free to log out at any time. And again, just check your inbox in the coming hours and respond to me with any additional specific questions that you might have. And thank you to the folks at the State Library and at Discus for setting up this demonstration. They're a great help to us here at Credo. So this has been a very useful demonstration for us as well. So thank you very much, everybody, for coming. And I will log off at this time. Have a great day.